Greetings, brothers and sisters. Happy to be here. Happy to be here again. Happy to be here with you and to make our people more knowledgeable. Our people have to become knowledgeable to the politicking and all the tricks out to stop us. There are tricks that are thrown out to stop you and I from doing the work of God. Because that's what we're doing, brothers and sisters. You and I are doing the work of God. That's what we're doing. We're doing God's work. Right? We didn't call ourselves, but God has called us. God has called us toward a special purpose. Toward a special purpose. So we are ready nonetheless to do God's will. That's what you and I have to be ready to do. We have to be ready to do His will. Isn't that right? Whether we do God's will, right, then God can fulfill our destiny if we do the will of God. Can't do what we want, but we have to do what God wants. So for that reason, I'm thankful to be here. And I'm thankful for this day and time that you and I have embarked upon. Be able to make real the promises of liberation. That's our job, you and I. That's our job, to be able to make real the promises of liberation. And brothers and sisters, part that I like about it, that we will bring, you and I, we will bring about the salvation and liberation of God. You and I will bring that. No one else can bring it. No one else will bring it. That belongs to us. That belongs to us. So I'm very happy, very content today to be a part of bringing into fruition the great beyond. We're not talking about some Jesus. We're not talking about some Jesus coming out of the sky. Brothers and sisters, no Jesus is coming to save us. I mean, it's crazy. You know, white man talks about Jesus the same way that he does Santa Claus. Is that right? He didn't tell you about Santa Claus. He even showed you pictures of Santa Claus, right? But you still haven't seen Santa Claus. I haven't seen him either. I've seen people pretend to be Santa Claus. I haven't seen Santa Claus. You haven't seen Santa Claus. Excuse me, brothers and sisters. Excuse me very much. So we have to be realistic as we go into liberation. We can't take the white man with us in liberation. We can't take his ideology, right? We can't take that with us in liberation. We have to take reality with us in liberation. We have to take freedom with us in liberation. What you and I have to do. I'm happy that we are about out of the woodwork. By August the 4th, you and I will be out of the woodwork. We will have set the foundation for 30 days. And I'm glad that you stood there with me. You hung in there with me for us to set the foundation. After that, we'll be meeting 3 times a week to get this word out. We'll have a mission where we'll be discussing our mission. Then we'll be meeting where we're discussing our goals. And then we'll be meeting where we can discuss our objectives. So I'm looking very much forward to that. We'll have these shows 3 times a week after August the 4th. So I'm thankful. I don't believe that we'll be going to Detroit at this moment. I don't believe that because I'm still waiting on word for Detroit. And I'm praying, right? I'm praying that we can be able to attend, because there's nothing would make me happier than to sit in temple number one. Nothing would make me happier than to sit in temple number one. And where it was first started, Nation of Islam, by the guidance of Master Fard Muhammad and the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who received the message from Master Fard Muhammad. So I'm very thankful for that. And I do believe in the teachings of the messenger. I believe it, and I believe what he says, and I believe his report, because we have to understand, brothers and sisters, we're still in war. We're in war. And it's not about the numbers. You know, here's the wisest thing. Here's the wisdom. Here's the wisdom for us today, and what we must understand. We have to understand that the job is to get the truth out, get the word out. It's not about the numbers. Never been about the numbers. Virtual reality gives us the ability to get the word out. Give us that ability to get the word out. We've got to get the message out to the black man, how it was intended, and we can't be stopped in getting our message out. And that's the key thing. That is the key thing. Now, you and I are putting out this message for those that will see it, that haven't seen it, that will see it later. We're putting out this message so that we'll be able to spread this gospel. Isn't that right? And the gospel is good news, brothers and sisters. That's what it is. The gospel is good news. And the gospel has to be tried by fire. It has to be tried by fire. So I'm thankful. I'm so thankful that this knowledge has been tried by fire, and that the devil can't do anything to stop it. I'm thankful for that. Right? Because once all of his games, once all of the devil's games have been played, then he won't have anything left to play. Nothing at all. He won't have anything left to play. So we have to be strong. We have to be steadfast. We got to be unmovable, always abounding in the work of our Lord. Because our Savior has come. Our Savior has come. We're not worried about anyone else. Our Savior has come. We know that he has. Right? And we know that he spoke, with the word that he spoke was not like any other word we ever heard. He wasn't speaking the word of a coon. He wasn't speaking the word of a sellout. He wasn't speaking the word of a turncoat. He wasn't doing it. He wasn't speaking the word of a buck dancer. No, sir. No, ma'am. But he came with the knowledge and the true word. The knowledge and true word of the Almighty God, which says, "Come out from among them, O ye my people." Right? And I have a message for you. A message not for the white man, not for the red man, not for the yellow man, but the message not for the brown man. But the message is for the black man. The message is for the black man. Now, brothers and sisters, you see things happening all around us, where the brown man is being used by the white man to destabilize the black man. And you have to know that the Democrat is no different than the Republican. We talked about it. The Democrat is just a fox, right? He's a bloody-jawed, clever fox. And the Republican is a bloody-jawed wolf. They're no different. Both are beasts. Both are from the canine family. They're no different. They're no different. You put a lump of meat, raw, fresh kill in front of a fox, he'll eat it as hard as a wolf will. And his jaws will be just as bloody as the wolf jaws. So you have to understand that. You must understand it. So our title today, brothers and sisters, is Black Liberation Theology and Black Christian Nationalism. we explained where this come from yesterday, and we're almost done. I'm so happy. I am so happy that we're almost done. By August the 4th, we'll be going to 3 times a week and be building. At that point, we'll be building. We'll have mission building on Mondays. On Thursday, we'll be meeting Mondays, Wednesdays, right, and Fridays. On Mondays, we'll have mission building. On Wednesdays, we'll have organization jump, which means what states we'll be jumping to. Isn't that right? Well, we'll be concentrating on that. We need to concentrate on 2, maybe 3 states where we can move massively. Literally, I mean pack them in, like Detroit, like Atlanta, like Arkansas. Move heavily, hard in these states. And when we get there, to set up black businesses. And we will pull our money to set up these businesses by buying the building, buying the land, isn't that right? And being able to sell and operate to our own people, where we will offer them lending, we will offer them products, produce, isn't that right? And we'll offer them convenience. And soon we'll be selling gas. We'll have to come together. About 500 of us will have to come together, and our only job is to donate $5 one time, one annual donation of $5, and to have a account set up, have an account set up under organization of our name, where we can attend, which will be, we have a black bank called One United. If you don't want to do it under One United Bank, then we could do it under another black bank, but we need to make sure that the bank is black. You need to make sure that the bank is black. When we attend, we'll be attending in massive numbers a temple, right, in the morning, and a Christian church in the afternoon. Our purpose for doing this once a year, will be the pulling and magnification of resources. You'll be all black people at this particular juncture, all black. You won't have no whites. No whites will be involved. It'll be all black people. So that's our concentration. That's our duty. That our mass meeting, annual mass meeting, then we have monthly mass meeting where we're doing the very same thing. So we'll be meeting once a month at a black shrine of the Black Madonna, for instance. We'll be meeting there, and then we'll be meeting once a month at a Elijah Muhammad Muslim temple.
On the shelf? No.
Elijah Muhammad and Shrine of the Black Madonna, Albert Cleve. Yeah. So we'll be acting out and coming together for the first time in this way since 100 years ago. They used to do it. In 1922, they were doing this. They were doing it in the late 1800s. They were doing it. But we got to resurface to redo this. Why? Because we're losing our footing as an independent power. We've got to reestablish an independent economic power. We have to. It doesn't matter whether you're a black nationalist. It doesn't matter whether you're a Pan-Africanist. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're Christian or Muslim. It doesn't matter. A Hebrew Israelite, it doesn't matter. Just throw all that stuff out the window and put your religion on the shelf, because it's time for us to move now to make these things a reality. It's time to move now to make it a reality. We've talked about it for far too long. Now is the time to move to make it a reality. So, brothers and sisters, our job is to focus on our focus states. And if you have any ideas, please, you have any states that you would like to talk about, please put it in the comment section. But our focus states are Atlanta, because we already got it there. Rather, that's the city. Thank you. I'm going to put Georgia, because we already know that there are many people there. But now we've got the function. We've got the function now for the purpose of Black Georgia. We will organize this state as a nation in nation building. In nation building now. We'll organize it as an African state. Because that's what you and I are, African. We'll organize it as an African state and then transpose it as an African country. You heard the new African Republic. So we're going to have to function on a grand scale now. We need to move to these states. We got focus states. Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Then we'll say Little Rock, Arkansas. No, wait a minute. West Helena. Because that is purely black. You don't run into the West Helena and Mariana. You don't run into the problems of trying to convince people. These are places where people's minds are already open to this. You got West Helena, Arkansas, and Mariana, Arkansas. Put those in there. And as the sister says, Elaine, Arkansas. Because these are black. All these are black. We get there. We have the money. We have the people. We'll control it. We won't support white businesses. We can support black businesses. And we'll literally wipe out the power of the white man. He's already weak. He's already stumbling. We can literally wipe it out. Okay, so we also have Detroit. We got to go to Detroit. We can't do this without going to Detroit. So we have to have Detroit. So we say Detroit, Michigan, and you gotta have Detroit in there. Detroit is that black business belt for the black man. So these are the focus states, and I put those in the comments. These are the focus states. We've got to concentrate on these states, and we need to overpopulate with black people. Now, if you got white people, they cannot come. Don't get up here asking, can the white man come? We're not talking about the white man. Our message is to the black man. Our message is to the black man. We have to overpopulate, right? Overpopulate, right? Or blackulate. Should I put that? Overpopulate, blackulate these states. Right? And our focus, brothers and sisters, is to raise black business. Our focus is to raise black business. Whatever business desire you have, everybody's going to take part in it. Because you have that many black folk. Ain't nobody got to worry about being greedy. You won't have to worry about it. When you build up these black businesses, brothers and sisters will support you. They will support you. And we have to move out. Our time to organize is now. Our time to organize is now. And with our population alone, by focusing on black businesses, we'll be able to completely wipe out the power structure economically of the white man. And you got to think like that. You can holler black nationalism all you want to. Brothers and sisters, if you're not thinking about actualizing black nationalism, you're wasting your time. while we look like fools marching somewhere and don't have a plan when we get there. We go to these places where our brothers and sisters have been mistreated for going into white stores, walking through white neighborhoods. We got to change the environment. If the neighborhoods are black, we won't have to worry about that kind of danger. Yes, amongst our own people, there are still things that we're going to have to tie up. We're going to have to still tidy up some things. But if we change the area, change the environment, change the population, change the stores. I've been waiting all my life to see a black mart, a black Walmart, or a black mart, something that will compete to wipe Walmart out. It's an evil institution that rob our people and give them GMO products. Come on, brothers and sisters. You know it. And some of our brothers and sisters don't have a choice. Right? They don't think they have one anyway. They could be planning. Right? They could be planning. If we all come together, we can buy land. Build our own community. We talked about it. Albert Cleves, Beulah land. Right? He's got Beulah land, South Carolina. Why not mimic the same blueprint to build a Beulah land, right? A promised land, which is Beulah land, in every state where black people are. So for the states that we can't populate or overpopulate, that we don't have a strong density, we can build Beulah land, right? Build black communities, right? So we have to be ready. Build black communities across America. So black communities across America owned by and operated by black people. Is that right? Build black communities across America owned and operated by black people. And this is the move that will cause you and I to change our situation. Politics won't do it for us. That's the white man's politics. He perverted your democracy. He perverted the idea that you gave to him. Politics is not going to do it. You can see. All you got to do is see that any old, I don't want to name call the brothers and sisters that are in it, but anybody can sit in a political seat and be used by the present administration. Isn't that right? It's the white spider web that Dr. Collins was talking about. It's the system that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was talking about. It's the global power structure that Minister Malcolm was talking about. Anybody can sit in there and be used because you're working in the system. But we got to come out of the system. We got to come out of that government and create our own government. We got to come out of that financial succubus and create our own financial plenum. We got to do it. And now is the time, brothers and sisters. While the others are wasting their time with all of this foolishness and finger pointing, we will be building. Now, basic math, brothers and sisters, basic math. $5, and all you want, listen, you don't want much. All you need is 5,000 people. Right? That's all we need. That's all we need. 5,000 of us. 5,000. So we put $5 once a year. Once a year. Once a year. $5 once a year. Listen. And you will sign that $5 and sign what it's for. You will sign the paperwork of what it's for, and you will be in charge of doing it. You donated your $5, which will protect you and protect your investment, and you'll be able to get loans from black banks. Understand this. By donate, look, $5. You're investing $5. Look, investing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're going to invest $5. All right? $5 investment times 5,000 people. So you got $5 investment times 5,000 people, right? 5 times 5, right? So that's easy. We all know it, right? We all know. We can do math. We can all do math. You don't need a lot of people to do what we're doing. You don't need them. You don't need a lot of people. All you need is a few people that are willing to invest $5 in a massive account that will allow us to get the loans from black banks, which will give them the activity toward investment for us to be able to build a business, a single business, grocery store. That's what you want to start with. That we want to have a grocery store and a gas station in Detroit. Just one. Just one. A grocery store and a gas station in Arkansas that we can all go to in a close proximity where the majority of those people are black. Where the majority of the people are black. Then you're going to have a grocery store in Georgia, operated by black people, us, and our organization. That will populate us with the monies and the people that we need to build and buy a whole building of black business. We can have a whole building and then start putting black businesses in there, and it will grow from there. But you have to start somewhere. Anybody that runs black businesses know this. Anybody that runs black business know this. We have to start somewhere, and the math is easy. We have 5 times 5, right? It's easy math. It's not anything hard. Right? That's 25. 5 times 5 is 25. The math is not hard. So that right there is $25,000. You want to have it in each state. Once a year. That's your donation. Once a year. Just once. Right? Just once. That's your investment. Not your donation. It's your investment. I want to correct that. That's your investment. And you're going to send it once a year at a function. Once a year. Now, to have mass meetings twice a month, you won't be spending any money at those meetings. I repeat, you won't be spending any money at those meetings unless you want to buy material, but you won't be spending any money. There's not a money meeting. It's not a meeting where you'll be spending money, but it's a meeting where you'll be getting the education to help build in each of these states one business that will be profitable where black people can get something. You know, all of us need gas. You know we need a deal on gas. Isn't that right, brothers and sisters? So if we have our own gas station, right, we don't have to buy the man's gas. It's that simple. It's that simple. We have our own gas station. We ain't got to buy the man's gas. And that's a lot right there. Have our own gas station. Now, the Clean Air Act is coming too. So what do? We can invest in several things. We can invest in IG power, where we'll be able to control our own internet through investment. Right? Our own internet. Once we have our own internet towers, then we could gain from that to build up our own stores to sell phones and whatever else. It's not impossible. If he's doing it, we can do it. If the white man is doing it, you can do it. It's not impossible. It is not impossible. If he's doing it, we can do it. You gotta get the white man out of your head and him off your tongue, and put the black man in your head and the black man on your tongue. If he's doing it, we can do it. And I'm leaving these things in there because we have to. Peace and greetings, Sister D. Glad to have you with us. Peace. Salam alaikum. If we would build up our own businesses, just look, once a year, all of us will come together under a name. We need to start thinking of a name now for the business. Well, we have a grocery store that has a gas station. That's all we want. That's all we want. We have to start somewhere. Look, Walmart didn't start out the way it is today. It didn't start out that way. It was a little bargain barn. At the outstart, it was a bargain barn. But from our dollars, from black people's dollars, they made sure that they put a Walmart in the areas where you ain't got nothing but black brothers and sisters. Because they know we gonna go. They started out giving you deals, isn't that right? Now, when you go in, they about rape you. They about body slam you to take the last few dollars that you have selling you GMO products. Isn't that right? But if our brothers and sisters have land and they're selling produce, we can buy produce from our own stores. We got brothers and sisters that can, that can cook, okay? All of these things can come from that one store. Once a year, $5 from 5,000 people once a year. One time a year. This is what we can do. If you want to give more, give more. But you'll have an investment slip where you're able to get it and say, I invested toward this business. And that's how you build up currency. It's how you build up power. Now, we'll be able to have onto that. Look, a grocery store, a gas station. What else Walmart have? We can have brothers and sisters changing tires. We'll give them deals on tires. We'll give them deals on tires. When you're selling half-life tires or whatever, they'll be good tires, but we'll give them deals on it. We'll give them deals on all of this stuff. Clothing. And all of that. Sisters, I better calm down. I'm getting excited. Clothing and all of that. We'll be able to sell clothing. Whatever somebody wants to sell or set up in that area, it'll be a market run and owned by black people. Literally run and owned by black people. Be selling our products in there. The white man is selling his products. You look at Martha Stewart, she's selling her Tupperware at Walmart. Isn't that right? No matter who the individual is, whether it be the shadiest black coon you can find or the whitest cracker you can find, they're selling their stuff inside of Walmart, right? And they're buying in, right? The white man is buying in and the black man is selling out to get his stuff sold at Walmart. Isn't that right? So brothers and sisters, we can do the very same thing. We can certainly make it happen, sister. We can do the very same thing. So that's $5 once a year. Not hard. The white man does it. He starts off with a math of 100,000 people. But see, we can't do that because you got black people that don't even believe in themselves. In this bondage that we're in, the white man has done his job and worked a real number on the black mind. He worked a real number on the black mind. But brothers and sisters, that's why I'm fighting and teaching every day. That's why we had to go through these 30 days. Then after August the 4th, right, we only got a few days. We'll be meeting 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Then after that, we'll be broken down to meet 2 times a week. We'll be breaking down to meet 2 times a week where we'll actually be meeting on those days. Some people say that we should meet three times a week, and I'm still up in the air about that. But the fact, what I'm saying is, if we teach, we'll have to teach on those days what the brothers and sisters can expect. Your business plan, your mission, right? Business plan will happen on Mondays. Your mission plan will happen on Wednesday night. So you have the business plan on Tuesday. Excuse me. You have the, is that right? The mission plan on Tuesday. You have the business plan on Wednesday. And then on Friday, you have the execution, how we're going to execute it. And we'll be talking, and this is very important for us to separate it on those days because we won't be able to, brothers and sisters, put all that into one day. We're going to have to break it down. And we'll have these meetings. This is the purpose of us having these shows. We're not having these shows blindly like some black people pointing the finger at one another. That's not what we're doing here. I won't allow them to get us off track. I won't allow them to get us off track. We have something we're trying to do and something we're trying to build. When we'll meet, when we get ourselves in those states, we'll be meeting at one black Christian nationalist church, right? Somebody say, how are we going to do that? Because we'll come in and we'll focus on the individual teaching that. They'll be investing their time, because all black nationalists are not Muslim. You have a lot of Christian black nationalists. This is the reason why we talk about Brother Albert Cleage. Some people are comfortable being Christian black nationalists. That's fine, because you're still a black nationalist. Then you got the Nation of Islam. We'll preach black nationalism. That's fine, but we'll attend each other's organization. We'll attend each other's organization once a month when we get to those states. Remember the states that we have. Remember the states. The state that we have is Arkansas. We got Atlanta, Georgia, right? We got West Helena and Marietta, Arkansas, and Elaine, Arkansas, all black areas. All of these cities in these particular states are black. Then we have Detroit, Michigan. Now, if there's some others, just let us know. But I think if we concentrate on these few states, then from that and from the success, we'll be able to spread abroad. You heard of the New African Liberation Movement. Now, see, that was the Pan-African movement of black nationalism. They're not divided, brothers and sisters. All this stuff is together. And we'll be able to fulfill it. We'll be able to literally fulfill it. So that's what you and I have to understand. Our sister said we need like-minded brothers and sisters to come together to build together. And that's true. They have to have like minds, as our sister is telling us. We've got to be thinking the same way, right? Working for yourself. If somebody needs a job, want to work from home, we enter into a virtual society where you can work from home. We have the information on that from the sister, right? Because the white man is not hiring you. He's not out of his mind. You out of your mind for going to think that he'll give you a job. He did hire some people, but once these people retire, then the white man is not going to be hiring any black people, because he's going to be trying to save his money. If you look at Walmart, I use the Walmart model, right? I use the Walmart model because it's the best model that you can use. If you look at Walmart now, with self-checkout, they've already canceled 100 jobs per store, just with self-checkout. Just with self-checkout. So our people need jobs. Our people need jobs. So they can create their own jobs. They can create it. If you open up a business, brothers and sisters, back in the day, who all had a candy house in the neighborhood? These are just some ideas, right? You have a candy store, right? Snack store, right? Candy store. Candy and snack store. I'll say that. Candy and snack store. How many people remember when the old people they were selling candy and snacks and food and things like that out of their house? How many remember that? So you can do that. You can do it. If we're all packed in the same area and different people are selling different things, we'll be able to go to each other's home and get these things, right? We'll be able to do that, right? So we'll be able, and those small things add up, right? Back in the day, right, we didn't have slushy, right? The businesses can be built. Business can also be built, right? In your home, right? Business can also be built in your home, so you're able to make that money. If you need an investment, with all of us putting our money together once a year, you're able to get the investment. If you would donate monthly, donate monthly. I would suggest it. You can always donate $1 a month. If you want to donate more, donate $1 a month. One times 5,000, right? One time 5,000 is $5,000 a month, right? So you can do that. There's no problem. There's no problem. You can do that, right? Some people, you can have a freeze cup business where you're selling slushies, right? You can freeze that ice and break it up and put some flavor ice on and make it slushy. There could be a slushy store, slushy house, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. You can donate, brothers and sisters, you can donate $1 a month or invest. Put that down. I keep saying donate, brothers and sisters. Excuse me. You can invest $1 a month to the same program. $1, a simple dollar. Not any, we'll blow $20 today. So we take a simple dollar, $1, right? $1 investment. Should say $1 monthly investment. Isn't that right, brothers and sisters? $1 monthly investment. $1 monthly investment times 5,000 equal, you know the math, $5,000 monthly, right? So we can see how this goes, and we can see that it doesn't take a major amount of math. It doesn't take it. It doesn't take a major amount of math. All we have to do is do it, and it's time for us to start doing it now. We can't wait. We can't wait, right? If you take that 5,000, brothers and sisters, times 12, right? 5 times 12, you got $60,000 just from $1 a month donation. So you got $1 a month donation times 5,000 people, which will give you $60,000 a month. And then in the 12th month when you do your natural donation, you got 5,000 times 5,000 people this annually, and you got $25,000. So you see how that works. You see how that works? You can have close to $100,000 raised in a single year with like-minded people. Like-minded people. And I'm going to give you the blueprint on that. So we got, let's look at that again. 5,000 monthly, all from $1, all from single dollar investment. $5,000 monthly times 12 equals $60,000. And that's just from a remnant, a small amount of people. That's from the remnant, a small amount of people. This is black liberation theology. This is nationalism. This is black nationalism. We say black liberation theology is black nationalism. You can't preach to me about God and ask me to wait on God. I'm looking in the sky. Oh Lord, when you gonna bless me? Oh Lord, I want $1 million. Lord, I know you can. Believe you will. Make a way. And you sit up here asking God to do that for you, right? And you ain't doing nothing for yourself. God help those who help themselves. I know you've heard it before. I know you've heard it before. God help those who help themselves. God does that. But you can't, it's foolish, brothers and sisters. It's the white man's teaching for you to just pray and not work. You'll never get anything. That's why Christianity taught by the white man is so dangerous. You got black Christian teachers that are concentrating and focusing on nationalism, open stores, open businesses, right? Brothers and sisters can renovate cars. They can renovate houses. We can buy those products. They can make it affordable for us. Make it affordable. We can buy those products. They can fix your cars. Now, today you can go on YouTube University, learn how to do anything in a car. We can start allowing our children to watch these things, and then also getting them the books, start teaching them like they did in the black universities and the black colleges, start teaching them agriculture, start teaching them mechanics, isn't that right? And start teaching them STEM, right? Which is science, technology, engineering, mathematics, right? Start teaching them this, so they'll grow up learning. Our kids have YouTube now; they're able to use the computers, and they can educate themselves. We can give them home education, right? Which will provide places for teachers. We can have a home e-charter school, isn't that right? I call it e-home school, right? E-home school, right? And this will teach our children, right? E-home school. They'll be able to educate themselves at home. We can have an e-home charter system network, a charter e-home, right? System network. That's what we can do. And that will guarantee our teachers jobs, isn't that right? And guarantee parents to know how to teach this, right? With charter e-home education, right? We can teach what? Home ec, right? Home ec, right? Home education, right? So we can teach these things, which is home cooking, isn't that right? Home cooking. And be able to, our boys and girls will be able to understand that, be able to function in the environment, have something to offer in this environment. People are going to still have to eat. We'll never get so advanced that people won't have to eat. We'll never get so advanced that people won't have to buy certain products, or they won't have to have certain snacks. A lot of people, I miss the days of freeze cups. I miss those days, right? Sell freeze cups on hot days, right, to our kids at affordable prices. Stop going to the white man's store and buying his slushies. You make your own slushies. Start selling this stuff yourself. Even if you sell it out of your house, start selling it. We need some more candy houses, right? We need some more houses that are selling poultry and things of that nature to our people. Preferably turkey and fish. Preferably. I know some eat chicken too. You can eat that. But we want farm raised. We don't want no pork, and we don't want no beef. Because we want you to be healthy. We want you to be healthy. So brothers and sisters, the time now is for us to move to do this. Now those are the states that I brought up. If there's some states that you think will be better states, you bring them up. Because it doesn't matter where we go, as long as we are the population. As long as we are the population that can outdo the white population. Right? They're dying out anyway. We might as well raise up our stores. Right? We need to buy land. Right? Land is what? Being sold now for $1,000 an acre. $1,000 an acre. So if we get 5,000 people, we can start out buying 5 acres of land. Right? Right? All of these things are up for discussion. We need land to build black communities. And then guess what? Once we do that, we need armies. We need security. We need black security. We should already have that now, no matter where we are. We need black security to protect the land. See where I'm going with this, brothers and sisters? We won't have to worry about the white man, right, coming in and killing us. And any of our black brothers and sisters that are on the wrong track, that are trying that, we'll deal with them ourselves. And we will keep these communities, right? We will keep them clean. We will keep them righteous. Our communities have to be righteous, right? We have to be willing to train individuals to be righteous, right? Train them, right? We'll take them from children and train them. That's why when the children of Israel left the promised land, they said all the children 21 and below could go in. But if anybody was above it, they wouldn't let them go in because they were busy wishing that they had been back in Egypt, where this white Pharaoh was putting fire on their behinds and whooping them every time they turned around, beating them and killing them. This is a fact of history. What is the white man doing now? What is the white Pharaoh doing now? He's putting fire on your behind. He's beating you and he's killing you. Now, why would you want to stay in a community with somebody that's doing that to you? Why? Our sister said the thing is, people have to want the same thing to get a positive outcome. That's right, Sister D. And we'll have to want it. We can't be concerned about certain crowds. You reach who you can reach, and we come together. We come together to reach who we can reach and start somewhere. In the outstart, you may not get 5,000, but you may get 500. You might get 50. You might get 5. No matter what. But organize it where we are in those states. If we could get, and I want you to understand this, it's that serious. If you could get 5 people in Detroit, right, for the organization, and what is it? What is the purpose of it? We don't have a name for it yet, but a grocery store with a gas station on it. That's the goal. That's the goal. Let's get a grocery store and a gas station on it. That way our people be able to come and get groceries, fresh produce, and things of that nature. And they need gas, they can get gas. Right? We sell gas at a competitive price. We'll sell gas that's affordable. Is that right? We do the same thing in Arkansas. Get a gas station and a grocery store. That's it. When they get their groceries, they'll need gas. If they come and get gas, they're going to need groceries. It's plain. Plain to see. We'll do the same thing in Atlanta. You know we'll make some money in Atlanta and Detroit and Arkansas because of all the black people you got there. They go and get grocery, then they're going to need gas. When they get the gas, they're going to need grocery. And you'll find out that this from this. See, the white man is wise. What does he do? He opens up a produce. He opens up a grocery store. Why does he do it? Because the minute that he opens up that grocery store, you're going to need some gas. And you'll find out that the gas station is right across the street from the grocery store, right down the street. Right? Same street. We've got to do the same thing. In our churches, right? Our religion. Our religion. Our religion must be black nationalism. Right? Owned and operated by black people. We can't keep mingling with these white folks. They don't want to be around us anyway. You got some black people that can't stay out of the white man's bedroom, can't stay out of his kitchen, can't stay out of his front room, and they can't turn down the coffee. If they would turn down the coffee, stop going to his bedroom, his living room, and his kitchen, we'd have liberation tomorrow. If he would do that. If he would do that. Our religion must be united beyond denomination. Why do I say that, brothers and sisters? Why do I say it must be united beyond denomination? Because a lot of people, even today, it's really weird when you think about it, still don't know that in the body of believers, where you have black religious culture, there are denominations that may separate us. But it's all the same religion. They don't even know it. It's crazy. I mean, it's just amazingly insane how brothers and sisters can't even get that together. We need to have our religion must unite beyond our denominations, right? Beyond our denominations. In any religious order you have, they're just different denominations speaking out different things, right? Denominations on a higher level and lower level, right? There's no different religion, not amongst the black man, Amongst the white man it may be, but amongst us there's no different religion. It's all the same religion, right? Just given different names, functioning in different ways, but still the same religion, right? Because we bear witness that there's only one God. Isn't that right? We say it all the time. We say it all the time. He's known by many names. He has many messengers, right? And we believe that Muhammad is his messenger as well. So brothers and sisters, we have to get in the same mind. Our mindset has to be one. We have to get in the same mindset. We won't do it divided, right? So our religion must be united beyond our denomination, right? And attend, we must attend. We must begin attending, right? We must begin attending each other's religious meetings. We have to begin attending each other's religious meeting so that we will find commonality. And that's our job. We have to find it. So we have to begin to what? Attend each other's meeting to find commonality. We've got to do that. This is black nationalism, right? It's black nationalism. Now, brothers and sisters, we have to be wise. We've got to be wise. Go with the remnant. When you go to talking about real action toward a plan, you'll find out that everybody that's been talking about black nationalism begin to fade away. I'm telling you, you better get ready, because when you go to talk about putting it on paper, so to speak, right? The one artist had the song, "Put It on Paper." When you begin to talk about putting it on paper, then you start to see them fade away. Start fading away. But we've got to put it on paper. So in our meetings, we'll be talking about black nationalism from here on out, right? And you'll see black nationalism at the beginning of it, right? So August the 4th, we'll be talking about black nationalists, Tuesday, black nationalist mission meetings. Wednesday, black nationalist organizational meeting. Thursday, black nationalist action, right? So we'll be putting these things in place. We put it in place and begin to get people. And we have to target and need to find, right, 5 people from each state. Now, to be the branches for these ideas, right? Store different. What store we at? What branch? What store branch you at? Branches grow, right? We don't say chapters, we say branches because branches grow. So, branches are an extension of the root. Right now, we're trying to, our teaching is the root, right? The root is our teaching. And the branches is where we'll set out. From that tree, branches grow and they point in different directions. We need a branch in Detroit. We need a branch in Arkansas. We need a branch in Atlanta, Georgia. We need a branch in each of these places. To start, we have to have a branch there, right? And this will be in industry, right? Set by us. Set by us. And in this, we have to be participating with one another and speaking this teaching and logic and get common amongst one another. We attend one another's religious association. We attend one another's community association. Attend one another's education association. And we'll have to do it. And it has to be in an environment where the white man has no control. And you got to be willing to keep the white man out your business. You got to do it. You got to do it. You don't find a white man running to put you and I in his business. He's not going to do that. He's smarter than that. The white man is smarter than that. He's not going to do that, brothers and sisters. You got to know it. He's not going to do that. Right? But we'll have to get into the habit of reasoning with one another. Right? Joining one another's business. We got to get into the habit of that. That's our job. That's what God has for us. This is the ability that we can have when we come together. That's our ability, right? Again, we're not concerned about the amount of people. Can't be concerned about that. Can't be concerned about the amount of people. You've got to start somewhere. We can't complain about racism, right? We can't complain about religious dogma when we're feeding into the religious dogma of white people. When our racism is the religious dogma of some people, right? Soon we'll have to have our own YouTube, right? All these things that we can have, we can do that now. We can do it now. We come together, we can do it now. And stop doing what the white man wants us to do. He plays without formalities, he plays with the numbers, he plays with all this stuff. He does it. But we have to get wise, brothers and sisters. We have to get wise, and we'll have to choose. Have to get wise, and we have to choose to organize these things ourselves. And we have to get them out of it. There's no way for us to effectively organize on YouTube. We'll use it when it benefits us. We'll use it as long as we can. We'll use it. But we have to concentrate into finding another area where we can display our information, display our meetings and things of that nature. It has to be something that we own and operate. Ours. We have to own it. We have to operate. Right? So we'll have to have meetings for this. We have to have meetings for this. And so you and I will have to get organized to do such. Now, the purpose of YouTube and all these places should be to put out information. That's the main purpose. If the purpose is not to put out information, then to put out information and you're concentrating on likes, you'll never be able to do the job. The word will be seen the minute that you record it. People are going to see it. People are going to like it. Right? That's the whole purpose. And whatever you're doing, brothers and sisters, whatever business you are selling, whatever organized a plan that you're promoting, understand one thing. If you don't understand anything else, understand one thing. Understand that if you believe it, the people will believe it. If you have faith to operate it, the people will believe it. They'll have faith and they'll operate it. But you have to accept it yourself. You have to be dedicated. You have to be involved yourself. If you're involved, then there'll be no problem for the people to get involved. You have to understand that. You got to. If you don't understand that, it'll kill your entire desire. Your job is not to be liked. Your job is not to get so many people. Right? You want to get people. You want them to subscribe, but that's not your ultimate purpose. Your ultimate purpose is to get brothers and sisters thinking nationalism, thinking black nationalism, to get the knowledge out there so they'll have it. That's the purpose. We need our own journalism. We need our own, we have some black papers, but we need aggressive black papers, right? We need aggressive black papers. Talking about all the changes that are happening in the stock market, the down of the market, the up of the market. We need to have understanding on that. We need to create in these papers, whether it be virtually or physically or otherwise, we need to be able to give these papers to our people. Our people need to be able to support this kind of these papers. The Nation of Islam have their own newspaper. Muhammad Speaks, right? Dan Farrakhan, his version of the Nation of Islam, they have the Final Call, right? Albert Cleage has his version of newspaper, and he's a Christian minister. Isn't that right? He's a Christian minister with his own newspaper. And there are Baptist churches that have their own local and state newspapers. And what you and I have to do, right, is find out where these places are to be able to promote these newspapers. There needs to be a revamp, right? There needs to be Muhammad Speak magazine, for instance. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? We got to revolutionize the knowledge. And in this Muhammad Speak magazine, that is both virtually and physical, we'll be able to show the businesses there. will be able to sell the magazine within the community. Isn't that right? Or put it on the phones. But we need to have a physical magazine that we're able to hand out to. And we need to put our children's school progress in there. We need to put businesses, black businesses, in these magazines, right? We need to do that. We need to put in certain agriculture information. We need to put in certain mechanic information. And local people within our community, wherever we are, that are doing great things like this. So that if somebody needs a tire change, or they need oil change, or they need a car, they'll be able to look in the black magazine or black newspaper and be able to find who's selling a car, right? Find who's renting out a house and all those things. And it needs to be black people that they have in front of them to do this. So, brothers and sisters, this is the mindset that we want to have. This is the mindset that you and I have to have as black brothers and sisters. This is our mindset. Don't forget to like and subscribe, brothers and sisters. I love the way. Now I'm looking. I have 2 screens up, so I already know that there are people that are listening, that are participating right now. But the enemy, right? The white man, because you know he runs all this. He'll try to show 0. There's no way. There's no way. He'll try to, he messes up. I wish you could see it. I wish you could see what I see. He'll try to mess up the algorithm and the formalistics of YouTube, right? He does that. He does that. That's what he does. You have to look beyond that. It'll eventually go away. Remember when we was having all of these discussions, right? Right? And we went through I call it the Tahaka Bay fiasco. He's working for the enemy. You got to know that. There's no way you can have a record like that and be getting this support and getting monies and all that to buy land, property, and houses, being a known felon and a registered sex offender and pedophile. You know that the white man is helping him, right? The white man is helping him. You got to know that. But what they'll do on my show, they'll freeze the screen. I wish you could see it. The screen is freezing. I wish you could see it. That's what the white man does. He does that. He don't want you to be involved in anything that's going to build up the black community. And that's the reason why I come on here with the focus, because I already know who the devil is. I know who he is. The white man is the devil of this planet. He's the devil of this planet, and he's the destroyer of all things good. That's what he is. Right? The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us. Right? Albert Cleage, a Christian minister, also said the same thing about the white man. That he's that evil. That he does that. And right now, we know that God is with the black man and building these things up because the white man is losing power. You're not even producing children. Your businesses are falling. Right? And you run around acting a fool. Right? Even killing us. And now we're building up armies where we'll be able to defend our black brothers and sisters too. So I'm excited, brothers and sisters. You should be too. You should be too, to see what God is doing for us today. I'm very excited. But we have to teach nationalism. We've got to. In this late date, we've got to teach nationalism. Because if we don't teach it, we're going to be finished. We're going to be finished if we don't teach it. Now, brothers and sisters, the population of the states, the phase one of our movement, is to populate, right? I should say blackulate. I put both of them. To populate, right? And blackulate. I'm going to put that in there. Blackulate. Our target states. A lot of black people are already there. You can choose your own target state. If you got a massive following of people, you can choose your own target state. But I would say start out with 5 people. Don't forget to like, subscribe, brothers and sisters, and thumbs up or even thumbs down, right? Don't forget to do that, and we certainly appreciate it. We can certainly use it. But we could organize. We could literally organize once we get to these states, no matter what they are, I wish you could see my screen, how this devil is trying to mess me up. I wish you could see it. I wish you could see it. I really wish that you could see what I see. I really wish you could see it, brothers and sisters. You see, there's two screens up. You can see how people participate or trying to participate. Then this devil will have a zero in the corner where people watching. And you know it isn't true. You already know it, but that's what he does. That's what he does. And you have to understand this, that the white man is fighting to hold on to everything he got. Even the investors don't want to invest in the white man anymore. The investors don't want to invest in him anymore. So we have a great chance. They're bringing in all of these brown devils and demons. Look, the brown man is not your friend. You understand? Excuse me, brothers and sisters. The brown man is not your friend. Right? Yeah, let me put that down there. I need to put it down there so you have it. The brown man, red man, I'm going to put it all down because I already know. Yellow man, is not your friend. These are tools that are used by the white man. These are tools used by the white man against you. What are they doing? What are they doing today? They're bringing in all of these Mexicans that are portraying you and I every day. They're bringing in all of these Mexicans, right? Giving them your jobs. Isn't that right? They're giving them your and my jobs. Jobs that we could be working. Taking money out of our mouths. Right? I'm not talking about jobs for the white man. I'm talking about messing up you and I building up our own business community. Right? The brown man can come in here. He can work job and he can build his own community. Overnight. Right? It's not because he's working together any better than us. It's because he already knows the game. He knows the game. He come in, the white man would rather give him money and loans rather than give you and I money and loans. There were so many Mexicans that had gotten this EIDL loan, the EIDL loan, and the stimulus loan, and the PPE, till it was crazy. They hadn't been in the country for very long. And then, proof of which, the devil put a brown devil over the packet. They said, why are you calling them a brown devil? Because that's what they are, and I already know it. Greetings, Brother Taylor. Greetings. I already know it. You haven't learned it yet. That the message to the black man in America is for the black man. Stop bringing the Mexican in your business. Stop bringing the red man in your business. Stop bringing the yellow man in your business. And my God, stop bringing the white man in your business. They're not concerned about you. They're not concerned about me. You don't see them inviting us in their business. They got sense. They got sense. We're the ones that lost our mind in this slavery, in this oppression that is run, governed, organized, and manipulated by the white man. Brothers and sisters, if you can only see what I see. And I have black people looking at me crazy like this brother, he's racist. Now here black brothers and sisters are calling me racist, right? When the white man got us in oppression under his racism. I can't be racist. I'm a realist. I can't be racist because I already know the white man owns racism. I don't have power. I don't have any power. I'm trying to get some. Trying to help you get some too while I'm at it. Trying to help you get some. Yeah, this is what we got to do. The black man is the only race that will bring anyone in the middle of his community and will pay and sponsor anyone in the middle of his community. That's what we do. And brothers and sisters, it's a shame. And it's time out. It's time out for that. It's time out for that. You and I have got to get involved in our own nation building. Black nation building. right? Black nation, I'm going to type that in. Black nation building, right? It don't matter. It don't matter what religion. It won't matter what your name is. It won't matter where you come from. As long as you're black, you'll be able to join, right? Black nation building, right? And we have to teach, right? Teaching and actualizing, right? Black liberation theology. Should say black liberation and black liberation theology. You and I, brothers and sisters, will be able to do this. You and I. You see, we miss it when we get caught up in status quo. We miss it. We get caught up in what the white man feels. We miss it when we get caught up with these ignorant brothers and sisters that are busy pointing. You're not this and that. Prove yourself. Give receipts. It's not feeding you. It's not taking care of your community. The only thing it's doing is distracting you from what you should be doing. That's all it's doing. That's what I tell you. I wouldn't allow it. We have a place for that, but not on this show. This show is for education. To educate our black people. To educate us on what we should be doing. And believe it or not, I'll have to preach this or minister this sermon for about 3 or 4 years before enough people can catch on. That's the reason why I have to come on so often. I've got to put enough tape and enough shows up so that other people will hear about me. So they will hear about us, what we're doing, what our focus is. We have to keep building up. We don't have a choice. We don't have a choice. This is the investment. I invest free time. I invest monies every day that I don't have, right? To make sure that it's successful. Anything that we're going to have to invest time. We're going to have to invest knowledge. We're going to have to invest resources into it to make it what it ought to be. The white man has charge of America because he's willing to invest it. He invests in racism. Racism brings white privilege. You need to invest in black nationalism. Black nationalism will bring black privilege for us. For us. And we get enough people focus on black nationalism and we can get the entertainers to stop selling out too. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, they'll stop selling out. They'll stop being fan chasers, right? They'll have businesses that will allow them to sit up and sponsor other young artists, right? They will be tied into grocery stores. They'll be tied into black car dealerships and all of these things, record making, you name it. If we can all get on the same sheet of music, we decide that. We can decide which way for them to go. We decided, brothers and sisters. Movement and change never start from the top. It always starts from the bottom. The buck stops with you and me. That's where the buck stops, with us. See, white people know this. They already know it. That's the reason why they got control of the music industry. They can't, nobody can really make any money. Right? The Jews, right? And white races got it sold up. They got these things sold up. So you and I got to be wise. We got to get involved, brothers and sisters. It's the only way for anything to happen from us is for us to get wise and to get involved. You can't be crowd chasers. You got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. My plan is to be in front of the people. That's my plan. To tell the people, to lead and guide them, right? To tell what thus said the Lord. God sent me to you to tell you this. The sister's giving me the time hint now. Brothers and sisters. So it's going to be almost time to go. But God has told me to tell you this. Right? I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part to tell you. And I'm already living it. I do it. Because I already know. And I want to say this. Paul, if any religious person said, when in Rome, do as the Romans. Paul was a black man and a sellout, but we'll talk about that later. But he did have some wisdom. He said, in Rome, do as the Romans. In Greece, do as the Greeks. Right? Wherever you are, appeal to those people in their form. And I visited churches, did speeches, even had fun, right? Doing hooping and all of that. Because I believe in it. It's all of it's a part of us. All of it's a part. You can never make me ashamed of black people and how we enjoy one another. You can never make me ashamed of that. In some places I've been called the hooping Muslim, right? In the Baptist churches, when I come there to enjoy into that art, that charisma, isn't that right? To be able to enjoy in it. And I don't mind it. I don't mind it. There's no confusion in that. There's no confusion in that. Standing and treating black people in the community, right, as a mental health clinician and worker, there's no confusion in that, right? Because I know at the end of the day, we're still black. It doesn't matter whether you're in the Christian church, the Muslim church, or or rather the Muslim temple, or all of it's churchy. Whether you be with Mauricelm temples of America or Hebrew Israelites, I already know at the end of the day we're black. And when that white man roll up on you, he's not going to be asking you what your religion is. He's not going to be asking you what your name is. He's rolling up on you, and you are the same as I would be if he rolled up on me, just another nigger that's in his face that he can't stand. That's right. So brothers and sisters, I'm not going to hold you any longer. I've enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And I ask you to be wise. Wake up, brothers and sisters. Let's wake up. Let's see what's happening. Let's see how the man is moving. And you and I have to study and be able to move that way. And we can't be concerned about crowds. I've already told you. If you get 5 people together in each of those states, you can organize. And while you organize at the grocery store, the gas station, then on the other hand, too, you can organize an army because you have to protect your investment. And this is not madness. This is common sense, plain common sense, that you should be able to defend and protect your investment. The white man does. Wherever he goes, he has an army. Isn't that right? Wherever the white man goes, he has an army. You got to be wise, right? He has to feed his soldiers. You got to feed your soldiers. You got to have an investment to be able to support your security. Isn't that right? So you got to make products that black people are buying, right? You got to have a black bank to support the black community, the black state, the black nation, right? You got to do that. You got to do that if you're going to be in charge. That's the thing that you and I have to do, right? Now is the time, right? We should be organizing now. And you can do it amongst yourselves. You don't have to just organize with people that are telling you to organize. Look, you can take 500 to 5,000 people on your own. 500 people to 5,000, and you'll be able to do the same thing wherever you decide to go because you will own that community. You will own it. You will own it. You will own the community. Nobody else will own it but you. So brothers and sisters, this is what we're talking about. Black nationalism, black community building, black business, right? Black religion, right? And that religion is black nationalism. So it don't matter, the denomination doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, right? It's the teaching, right? We're all under the same God. And what does he want for us? He wants us to have black nationalism. He wants us to have Pan-Africanism. He wants us to have black liberation. And he wants us to teach black liberation theology. So brothers and sisters, I thank you. I appreciate you for coming, right? And I'll be on here just as hard, speaking just as hard, and ministering hard for you because I love you so. And I love black people. I just love being black. I love being black, right? I love being black. You should love being black. You should accept who you are. Know where you are, right? How you got here. How are you going to get out? Where are you going when you get out? And once we build up that great dynasty here of the great beyond, right? When we bring heaven on earth, brothers and sisters, when we bring that heaven on earth, right? Then we'll have to go to Africa and help them sell out. You got some sellout Africans over there. We'll have to straighten up and straighten out here, and then get to Africa and straighten them up and straighten them out there. And you shouldn't feel bad when I say this, So the white man is taking everything they got and they're not willing to fight, huh? Then we need to go there and at least let it fall into our hands, because we'll fight to keep it. We'll fight to keep it. So it's time now. We got to even straighten up the Africans that are continually selling out their land, their people, their religion, their ideology. We've got to stand up, brothers and sisters, and we have to be the example to these people who are lost. The African man is lost. The African of Africa is lost, and they need us to help show them the way. The African in America is lost, because that's what you and I are. We're African. We're not African American. We're African. Huh? We're not American. We were brought to America as slaves. So we're not African American. We are African. African people who are in bondage. African people who are on a plantation. African people who have been put in bondage, caught, brought here, made to work, and express every invention, every knowledge, and all sciences that we had for the white man to build through capitalism, one of the greatest dynasties that's ever been built, which we didn't collect not one dime from. Brothers and sisters, I know I can't teach it all today, and so I'm going to give you the greetings. As I did in the beginning, I said, peace be unto you. I love you. And if there's somebody beside you, hug them and tell them you love them too. And if you can, with all possibility, try to repair every black relationship. But if you walk against some fool that you can't prepare with, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Go in peace. And I say unto you, once I've said unto you the entire time, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you.